Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully, you're enjoying your weekends, or if you're watching Saturday another point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We continue with OST Saturday with the second episode of the day, episode 29. I think we're finally caught up in terms of OST, like timing-wise, OSTs that I've missed. Whether would have been, me absolutely getting swamped with research stuff or just not having a whole bunch of stuff drop in 1 week. We have OSTs to check out. And we have a fresh batch of 4 OSTs to go through today. We have a little bit of Mr. Jinho from Pentagon. Hold on, I've got my notepad pulled up here. We got SHAUN. I don't think we've covered any SHAUN music on the channel yet, so this will be very exciting indeed. We got a little bit of a collab #1 time with Kim Minseok. I don't know if this is a different Kim Minseok or if this is Melomance's Kim Minseok, but put it in because Keita of EVNNE with Hyunbin of Ciipher. So those 3 are on a song, and then we're finishing up with a little bit of Lucy. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Sangyop. But finishing off with a little bit of Lucy, and I have to keep the OST Saturday recording today a little bit snappy and quick because I'm off to go see Lucy this evening, and I have to leave at like 2:30 for my train. It is now currently 1:30, so I have to get this done. So let's get started sharpish, shall we? Here we go. Right, and keep it sharpish we will. We're going to start with Mr. Jinho of Pentagon. Not very familiar with Pentagon as a group, but we've covered some individual stuff here and there. They partnered up with On and Off during Road to Kingdom. We've done some Hui stuff on the channel in the past. I don't know if we've done any Jinho stuff, but regardless, we're gonna learn today. So this is So High from Bad Memory Racer. We will be coming back to the show later on in the episode because I believe Lucy's OST is also from this show. I did want to look something up, but I'll do that on the second screen while the song is going. So here we go. Keys and snapping? Okay. So high, look at me, look at me, look at me. So it is Jaejoong. I was gonna say, like, you remind me a lot of Jaejoong. It is Jaejoong. Cool. I wonder if that means we're gonna get a Jaejoong OST at some point. But I love how bright this is. It's like unashamedly bright. Almost tropical. It's like tropical house vibes. It's a vibe though. Also very pretty. Like, do you hear all the double vocals? Like, this is so fun. Are you kidding me? Look at me, look at me, look at you. I love that second high vocal in the background too. It's the perfect complement. Who knew that you could get kind of a summary banger out of OST Saturday of all places? But Jinho's voice sits perfectly for this type of music too. Nice and clean, a little bit of fuzziness, good richness to it. Oh, and we get the post-chorus again, because of course we do. Oh, we are off to a great start. Oh my goodness, what a good song. Oh, it's so fun, it's so happy, it's so bright, and it's so me. This reminds me of my EDM era. And some of my favorites from my EDM phase were like the brighter electro, your tropical house stuff, so this is very me, and it's a great way to start the OST too, because, you know, get it started with a big charge of energy. Oh, yes, indeed. It's plucky, it's dancey, it's bouncy, it's bright, it sparkles a little bit. And the day I'm recording this is August 31st, Saturday, August 31st. We are pretty much almost done with the summer release season. Like, we'll have some stragglers here and there throughout probably the first half of September, but afterwards we're going to start to peter away from your summer party bangers and start getting into like the end of year season. So we're going to get like the big ones coming up in preparation for, you know, Mama and Golden Disc and stuff like that around January. So we're going to start seeing a change in tone. But I feel like this summer we didn't get like that many proper bright summery party bangers, but Jinho's So High, I would say, fits that category, and we got it in an OST of all things, which is terrific. Oh, what a great song. And honestly, I think it might rank pretty highly on my OST list, because I really enjoyed that, like unashamedly enjoyed that. Ooh, and if this song is that good, I really hope the Lucy one later is equally, or if not better than this, because this set the bar really high for the show. Alright, we keep removing Mr. SHAUN with the song By Your Side for Romance in the House. We did a couple of songs from this show in not part 1, episode 28 that we finished recording about an hour ago. And SHAUN, as an artist I'm not very familiar with. I know his voice quite well. I think everyone and their mothers who listen to K-pop in and around the 2020s will know like that. What was it? Come Back Home? Way Back Home? Way Back Home? Something like that. I think everyone knows that song by now. But he's got a really cool voice, really unique, kind of rich, thick voice. And I'm really curious to hear what it sounds like on an OST, so here we go.
상상만 하며 기다려왔어 너를 다시 만나는
Love the movement in the guitar part. The double guitar part, I should say. The very subtle driving beat.
내 설레는 마음 어떻게 내게 전해야 할까 너의 곁에서 난 숨을 쉴 거야 너의 곁에서 늘 머무를 거야.
It's almost folk sounding, isn't it?
By your side, by your side.
Like, this kind of feels like a road trip sequence type song.
시간 동안은
Got that movement to it. It's quite light, decently quick.
부족했던 내게 넌 아낌없이 주어.
Like that we've got the closed hi-hats in verse 2 now.
바보 같은 나를 넌 사랑으로 감싸주었어. 너의 곁에서 난 숨을 쉴 거야. 너의 곁에서
Is Swedish House Mafia who I'm thinking of?
다신 떠나지 않아. 이젠
There's a song.
널 지켜줄
There's an
거야.
artist from like the early 2010s, early to mid 2010s in America that this reminds me of, and I can't remember who it is.
다 되돌려줄게.
It's a little bit nostalgic, like high school era for me. Nice long sustain. Oh, the little piano roll. The whistle with the piano roll into final chorus. Nice combo. Sustain it. That is definitely the SHAUN voice that I remember hearing, but that's nice. It's really quite uppity. Like, I was expecting a little bit of like a more sappy ballad, because that's mainly what I wanted to hear out of SHAUN. Because like, we've already had plucky SHAUN with, you know, Way Back Home, or at least I've known about SHAUN through Way Back Home. So got the kind of pluckier, little bit groovy, little bit chill, but also slightly upbeat as well. I wasn't expecting By Your Side to be this bright and uppity though, but I like it. It's subtle, but it puts a smile on my face. I can't help but just kind of enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a song that's really easy to like. It's a little bit cheesy, but I think for a drama you want a little bit of cheese, and you know what? I'm not lactose intolerant, so I'll take all the cheese that I can get, if you know what I'm saying. That's cool. And it's still the SHAUN that I remember listening to. His tone is very recognizable, and it kind of feels a little bit more like Western folk, like folk pop, you know, that kind of music. Like, his voice just suits it so well, and it's really quite good fun. And I love the double acoustic guitar too. The acoustic guitar has such a cool texture to it, because you can, you know, you hear the strums, and that alone has like a little bit of a percussive element, and then you have the notes of the chord that's just been strummed, right? So to have two acoustic guitars playing their own notes, whether it's the same rhythm or not, you just get a whole bunch of textures and sounds going on. But because it's played through an acoustic guitar, it feels lighter, it feels more natural, and that just works for me. Very pretty indeed. Right, so this is the one that I'm a little bit confused on, based on the lineup, so if I am mistaken, I can only apologize, but Minseok, Keita of EVNNE and formerly of Ciipher, with Hyunbin of Ciipher. I'm not familiar with Ciipher at all. EVNNE is a group that I know barely. We've checked out a couple of their title tracks, and if Minseok is of Mellowmans, I know his voice very well. I don't know Mellowmans' music all that well though. But this is Mirroring from the show My Military Valentine. Familiar with the show either, but it says OST part 1, so it must be fresh, which is good, because I think we were kind of running out of shows at one point throughout the summer, but now we're getting new shows. That means new OSTs to check out. So here we go. Another upbeat song. Firm kicks. Nice riser.
아름다운 눈빛에 빠져 숨도 쉴 수 없는 공간 그 안을 따라와봐
난 너밖에 몰라 다른 건 몰라 몰라 네 손 잡아줄게 무별 아래 너 이대로 나를 부르면 또 달라지는 현실 속에
Mirror Oh love actually Mirror 눈앞에 펼쳐진 새로운 비전 좀 더 가까이
Was not expecting another EDM dance tune. I'm here for it though.
모든 걸 멈췄어 baby 감정들 속에 똑같아지는 현상 밀어 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 baby 날 봐 설레이래 널 잡고 싶어 지금
Oh, that's Slide. Hello.
Yeah, 매일 기록해 너의 몸짓하는까지 모두 기억해
I was gonna try and Google who the members were, but I couldn't find anything on the song.
눈을 감아도 널 볼 수 있어 복사에 붙여넣기 한 것처럼 Like me roll 내 꿈을 이뤄 지기 너도 나와 같기를 빌어 내 모든 게 너야 다른 게 아니야 이런 나를 모르겠니 Move your body 너 이대로 나를 부르면 달라지는 현실 속에 Mirror I love it
Yeah, it's just a nice EDM song. It even has the crash for the chorus too.
좀더 가까이서 너와 함께 해줘 저 끝까지 모든 걸 멈췄어 baby 감정들 속에 똑같아지는 현상 밀어 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 baby 날 봐 설레이래 널 잡고 싶어 지금
Yeah, that slide in that chorus is so filthy. It's like, oh, you had to. They had to do it to him. You know what I mean?
그래 네가 나 필요할 때 한눈에 볼 수 있게 여기 널 기다릴게
Sustain.
love actually
Oh. Start a little bit lower. Okay.
앞에 펼쳐진 새로운 비전 좀 더 가까이 더 나와 함께 해줘 저 끝까지 yeah.
모든 걸 멈췄어 baby 감정들 속에 똑같아지는 현상 밀어 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 baby 날 봐 설레이래 널 잡고 싶어 지금 너와 난 밀어 밀어 밀어리
Cool. We'll never complain about an EDM banger. No. And I'm kind of surprised we've gotten 2 EDM bangers on this OST Saturday session. That's nice. That is nice. Yeah, I'm still lost on who like the members of this are. Admittedly, I was never familiar with Ciipher, and EVNNE as a group or are someone who I've known about, and I know like their title tracks. I'm very familiar with Trouble because that song bangs, but I don't know who the members are, so I won't be able to like spot them by voice or anything like that. And same with Minseok, I don't know his voice enough, especially in a higher energy setting, know if this is Melomance's Minseok or not. We've run into this problem before, where there's like musical artists with the same name, and OSTs oftentimes, well, it's not oftentimes, most of the time, OSTs get so slept on that they never really get like proper documentation, so to speak. So like on my release calendar, because this is pulled from the r/K-pop thread, it lists Keita and Hyunbin first because they're part of K-pop groups, and throws Kim Minseok at the end. So I don't know if this is the Kim Minseok I'm thinking of. Vocally, I don't know if it is anymore. That's the thing. But the song is great. It's got, I mean, it's a very straightforward EDM banger. It's nothing too heavy either. Like, this is definitely more pop aligned rather than like EDM aligned. But it's still a bridge between the two, and it's a party, and it's a great time. I can't complain about that one bit. And the way the rap verses were tied in, and the way the vocals kind of developed, for some reason it's reminded me of 101's Energetic a little bit. Like, the formula's a little bit different, but like the sensation I got from listening to it reminded me a little bit of energetic. Maybe it's because it's fresh on my mind right now. I was watching Ben or Burb, shout out Burb one time. His Twitch stream last night was going through a whole bunch of like disbanded groups' music, and 101's Energetic was on there, so maybe that's why I'm thinking about it. But it does remind me of Energetic a little bit. Neato. Right. Oh, that's very clearly Jaejung, isn't it? We return with Bad Memory Eraser once again. Why is the quality so doo-doo? Oh, I guess we are sticking with 720p. That's perfectly fine though. This is Lucy. I'm guessing it's Sungyup, because most Lucy OSTs are just Sungyup, even though they're listed as Lucy. It's not listed under Che Sungyup. But either way, this is a song great for Bad Memory Eraser once again. I have no idea what Lucy's OSTs are. Always very hard to predict. As one, you don't know what type of Lucy you're going to get, if it's going to be Sungyup on his own or if it's going to be everyone. And even if it is everyone, or even if it is just Sungyup on his own, they really can't do a whole wide variety of genres. But if So High was kind of tropical house vibes, the title Gray doesn't instill confidence that it's going to be another party banger, but I won't be upset by it if it is. So here we go. Tone it down a little bit. Okay, so we do have a violin in this. Is that Yechan, or is that someone else on violin? It reminds me of another Western song. No, it reminds me of an Eyes 1 B-side. That's a song I wasn't expecting to pull up. What? Let it build. Got a little bit of like a rock anthem going on, but Sungyup is definitely holding back on the power vocal presence. I'm kind of digging soft vocal Sungyup though.
I feel like I'm someone else. I feel like I'm
Gwangil?
someone else. I feel like I'm someone else.
Do we have everyone on this? Oh. What a pretty back and forth we have going on here. A little oohs going on too, very stylistically appropriate.
기억 속에 넌 내게 다가와 어두운 마음에 홀로 남았네.
Oh gosh, I don't actually know who the lower vocals are about. Oh my goodness, it's also 4.5 minutes long. I can't tell. Oh god, I don't think it's one song. It also doesn't sound exactly like Gwangil either. Oh god, have I been tripping and it is just Sangyup the entire time? Oh no. Wait, I wonder if the comment says anything. Oh, it is just Sangyup. Never mind. Ignore everything that I said about Gwangil being in it. We're good. It's fine. All I need to do is read the description. You know, you'd think by the amount of time I've spent with Lucy, especially from, you know, Superband and stuff, that I know what their voices sound like by now. I still don't know what they exactly sound like. You know, at some point we're going to probably get like a Yechan vocal part and I'm not going to spot it. And I always keep ranting on about how I would love to get vocalist Yechan on a Lucy song, and I'm gonna miss it. But that is gorgeous. It's very pretty. And the fact that, you know, it is Sangyup on his own kind of makes sense why sonically it's a little bit different than what normally Lucy would do. Is Lucy oftentimes do not experimental per se, but they do a lot of quirky stuff. And, you know, especially when you get a little bit of Wonsang and Yenebara involved with the composition side of things, it's going to be a little bit more along the lines of the, well, it's going to be a little bit creative in a way. Whether it goes in the otaku anime direction or it goes straight for the feelies, or I guess even when Gwangil composes stuff too, it gets into the feelies as well sometimes, but this doesn't scream Lucy off rip, and I think a lot of Lucy OSTs when Sangyup take is like the Lucy rep on an OST. It oftentimes is the case, but this is one of the very few times where I wish we got a Lucy song that took this kind of traditional rock direction. Mainly out of curiosity, because Lucy are very good at what they do, and they're very and a creative direction they take on the K-band music. I mean, when you have a violin in the lineup, it's always going to be a little bit creative. But, you know, the musical minds of Lucy always cook up something a little bit tasty, right? That's nothing new. But the idea of a band that's normally known for doing something a little bit out of the box, doing something that is just so true to its roots, rock, really intrigues me, because I couldn't even begin to imagine how that would start to work, but I'm curious to hear how that would sound. You know what I mean? It's the fact that the idea is there, the possibility is there, and you have all the resources to do it. It just hasn't happened yet. And you want to know what you want to traverse into the unknown a little bit. That's how I feel about Lucy after listening to Grey, because Grey is a terrific rock like anthem with a really nice vocal line too, just that call and response, the back and forth action going on. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, and this has me even more amped up to go see them later tonight. Oh man, that's a good block of OSTs. Surprisingly more upbeat than I thought it was going to be, because episode 28, which was the earlier recorded session from today, was, apart from, it was 3 out of 4 ballads. Like very pretty ballads, 3 out of 4, and then one we had a little bit of like a party pop song. In 29, it's the kind of complete inverse of it, because we had 3 bangers, we had 2 EDM bangers, 1 kind of folk banger, and then 1 rock anthem. So no really sappy, like, true ballad in this block at all, which is super rare for an OST Saturday. I'm not mad at it, though, because episode 29 was a good time. It was a really good time indeed. I can't get over that Jinho one, though. That Jinho one slapped. And weirdly enough, both of the first OSTs we checked out in 28 and 29 were my top ones. Even though Lucy's Grey comes up close second, I still do really like So High from Jinho. Wow, that song was so good. Any Hoosers, I'm gonna wrap it up here for today because I have to get ready for the show. Hopefully we can get back on schedule, or hopefully we are now back on schedule with OST Saturdays. If any drop tonight, like any major ones drop tonight from the OST world, we'll throw it into next week's. It's just that I can't record it when when the 6 p.m. time slot rolls around because I will be in Yokohama for the concert, and by the time I get home, I'm gonna be probably too tuckered out. Might not even have a voice left. So we'll save any stragglers we've got from honestly these couple weeks, and push it into next week if we've got slots for it. So cool, good stuff. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.